be getting map 3 underway momentarily. I believe we've already got it started up as Killa has re-entered the booth.
He certainly has. Right, let's get into the pick and ban phase and see how this one will end up going down. It's going to be Khalifa and Valor first up to the plate. Valor instantly bans High Caliber.
Yeah, and we've seen High Caliber and kind of Rapid Fire be the 2 picks for these 2 squads throughout the series so far. We'll see what Khalifa winds up leading with for his team. Looks like Perk 3 Greed is going to be the first one banned out. Love decisions like this. Make it tough on the opponents. Try to throw them off guard.
Well, let's see. It's now Killer and Rogue stepping up. And that is, like I said, it does kind of make you force you to make choices.
Yep.
And it can slow the game down in that regards.
It goes down to, you know, do I use Dead Silence here? Do I wind up
Blast Suppressor,
using Tac Mask, Blast Suppressor, any of those? Now will leave vulnerabilities in any form of the way. As we go forward, you can see these teams taking their time. They want to make sure they get the correct bans out, which will really help them in the map.
Rogue.
Rize really favoring the bans on the Vesper. Quite surprised, to say the least. Now,
Killer's not a fan of Overkill. That will disappear here as well.
Wow.
Now, we actually saw an Overkill ban yesterday on Search and Destroy, and then they started banning out the pistols as well. So I wonder if we're going to see that actually again. If I remember correctly, that was actually Liquid Cloud9 where that happened. But no, Sniper gone.
Oh, God. I mean, you can see the focus right now on kind of some interesting details. The Overkill ban with the Sniper, they want to only leave the Locust and PO6, and while both those weapons are definitely more than viable to use in competitive, we've seen it in the CWL. Will teams feel comfortable enough? Have they practiced enough with that weapon? There goes the Heat Wave from Sinful. Actually, not too surprised to see that one as well. You know, we saw Liquid talking about how that kind of won them some rounds earlier on with some smart pushes and great offensive plays. Sinful wants to get that one out of the way. They don't want to have their team get caught off guard.
That's very standard.
Oh, definitely.
Very standard for Rapid Fire to disappear here. All on RJ. RJ gets to make the last ban here.
Looking at things, I mean, Overclock is still in play in such an ability-heavy game mode. Possibly that's something that comes out.
Shiva.
The Shiva, yeah, not wanted to have to deal with that weapon on this map as well. We've seen the players like Fizzerp as well as Clayster really just lock down middle street and use those power positions from the top white trucks or even Grannies or Barn Window to just shut down any pushes that come in. So now into the Specialist draft. What have we got available? Kinetic Armor, you expect Killa to pick that one up. Glitch.
Glitch and Vision Pulse are going to be the first 2.
Glitch from Valor, expect the flashy plays. Wondering how he'll wind up using this one. Killa going to grab Overdrive for his team. Now, this is one that I think...
We saw him do this yesterday.
This is a make-or-break pick for me.
He did this yesterday. Again, in the Liquid game, he picked it up, he used it in a round, and it actually came to nothing. He wasn't able to make any plays with it at all.
Well, it's really an all-or-nothing type play, especially
this
now.
map will be easier, though. It's a little bit smaller. He'll get more kind of effectiveness out of it.
The boost slide being out of the game now, right? You don't have teammates there to follow you up as quickly. There's also certain timings on this map that the Overdrive push really winds up paying off for. You can get to the windows before they get someone top barn to spot middle street. It gives you that advantage on the player on the A site who's either behind the bomb or sitting in the corner.
So the difference
Killa, though, there won't be a trade, though, if he goes for that push. So Killa needs to win that first gun engagement. He cannot afford to lose those battles.
The difference here will be Glitch versus Overdrive. That is the 2 differences between these 2 squads.
Yeah.
Vision Pulse being used here, and that is really effective in Search and Destroy, especially when you want to make a push or you need to know where the enemy are, especially if you've got no information. It's literally a press for information button.
And what I love that you pointed out is Glitch versus Overdrive. These have been 2 contested kind of specialists by a lot of the casters as well as other people in the kind of pro division where they say, are those 2 worth it? Because a lot of times you see Glitch, maybe you don't land up in the place you wanted to. Maybe you thought you'd be somewhere else. A lot of times players feel like maybe this isn't the correct moment, this is the correct moment, and then they get to round 11 and they never have a correct moment to use it. One of my favorite plays I've seen so far is, you know, the likes of Goonjar, who actually will use it to plant the bomb and then glitch back, say, on a map like Fringe. You can glitch back out of the hallway in A to give yourself more positioning in your middle map. Or the likes of Overdrive, it's mainly used in one way, and that's to push aggressively or push defensively off the start of a round to catch your opponents off guard. We haven't seen players really kind of reinvent the wheel with that specialist as of yet, like Crimsix has begun to do with the likes of Vision Pulse.
Well, right now these guys are kind of coming down to it here as well, and I said a lot of versatility here, and like the differences are, like I said, it's just that Overdrive glitch pick. There's a difference here. Kinetic Armor, obviously very useful. We've kind of covered that in depth. Active Camo, same thing. And Vision Pulse is that press for information button. You want to make a push. You're not sure where the enemy team are. You're not sure if you can kind of safely go in this corner. Maybe you're running out of time. Hit that button. You're instantly going to know where they are. And
now, I mean, Bryce, to be honest with you, it sounds pretty cliche, right? But I think the player of this map right now will be Killa for Cloud9. And most times it's said, right, best Search and Destroy. I think
he's been one of the key points in this entire series.
Yeah. Wondering how he will perform with this Overdrive pick. We see Zuma and Attach really switch on and off with that specialist for FaZe and go for these A pushes, obviously known as being some of the best submachine gun players in the game. They typically win those engagements for their team, but we've seen where it backfires for FaZe. How will Cloud9 adjust here? Who will be the one to follow up? And on the likes of Rize, we saw better teamwork on that map too. Can they carry it over to Game 3? It's a packed house here at UMG South Carolina, watching the Bald Eagle and crew on Cloud9 versus Rize Gaming. This is a losers round 4 matchup. Remember, one search or destroy determines their tournament life here. As both these teams have their backs against the wall, who will clutch up is a big question for me.
It's an elimination game as well. That's what you got to bear in mind here. Cloud9 could end up going out at this point if they lose this one. Let's start off then and jump on board with the attacking squad of Rize.
Well, you can see 3 AR setup. What's Rogue? 4
AR setup.
So this is going to be one where you've got to wind up expecting them to go for a B push. It looks like that's exactly what's going to happen.
Right now on board with RJ. RJ looking for it. You can actually see the push coming through train here. Valor's gone through. So is Rogue. Trophy system deflecting a few there. Interesting, actually. Yes, this could be deadly. It's going to be RJ to try and deflect it just a little bit. RJ, is he going to see? Was that cut timing? A little bit. He's going to see this first gunfire. Will we manage to take down Khalifa? Should be picked off here as well. Sinful's going to get that one. Sinful can he get the second? No. It's now going to be advantage to Rize. That flank, the 2 members of Cloud9 did not go off in their favor. But right now it should be a 1 versus 3. It's going to be actually left alive, and he goes down. Valor will pick up the 2.
Valor? I mean, here's what happened there for Rize, right? They had one player middle street. It didn't wind up seeing anybody. Read it like a book. Knew, hey, something's fishy here. Someone's got to be coming on the flank. He gets Khalifa in the perfect timing. And what wound up actually working out even more for Rize was there was a player from C9 sitting in the back rocks area, which was stopping them from pushing aggressively. So they wound up falling back on the tracks. And it just so happened that Sinful, who was on the flank, gets the kill, and then he can't get away because the trade comes in because they had to fall back. Rize with a nice offensive win on round number 1. The 4 AR setup pays off. Let's see what Killa can do, though. He's got double flashbangs as well as the frag grenade.
Sinful's just set up here. He's probably going to stay here just waiting for this.
This is what a lot of players have begun to use. You can spot that back 10 area from looking for the hole in that fence. The flashes come out. Accuracy with the smokes as well with the help of his teammates. And C9 looking to execute near the B site.
Sinful, did he see him? He did see him. He's going to call that one out as well. Patience. Looking for it. He's going to get that one as well.
Nicely done by Sinful to pick up that flank. I mean, that was the entirety of their setup right there, right? You can see how they're playing a little more passively too because of that player on the back rocks.
I mean, Cloud9 obviously going to commit to this one, but Rogue will take down one already. Looking for this one. Accuracy wants to trade. Trying to get him.
Accuracy
Such high cover. Killer's pushing forward as well. Needs to win this gunfight realistically. No. Down he goes. Rize now have the advantage. Cloud9 have thrown away a 1-man advantage as well. And he goes for the challenge, trying to make a hero play to kind of even it back up a little bit there. But now, left Sinful in a 1 versus 3 with no bomb and 30 seconds left to go.
Sinful just going to have to try to make a miracle happen here.
Now pushing through it. He's going to say, nope, doesn't even get anything. Valor will shut him down again.
Let's look at the defensive hold right there for Rize. The player on rocks wins the first engagement. I believe that was Valor again. I mean, what is he currently sitting at? 3-0. He's got 400 points, which means he's got himself an HC. I don't remember if that was actually banned. I don't think the HC was banned out, so he should have earned himself that first score streak. And obviously, you expect the likes of C9 to be able to read that as well, popping up their scoreboard. So 2-0 start for Rize. Oh, no, 50 away from the HC. Sorry, 450. No Annie up being used. From the team. It's something we've actually been seeing a little bit more as well in the league. Annie up alongside the XR2, maybe even some combat focus as well.
Well, you see again, Cloud9 stacking 2 at A, but they're not going for the flank this time. Didn't work for them last time, so they're not even going to try it. Oh, trophy system coming in play there. Looking for that one, almost gets it, but another one coming. That Nate's going to drop with him as well. He's going to go down. Actually, we'll pick that one up.
Now the HE actually being called in by a member of Rize. Oh, so that was Valor. So he did wind up getting it. Gets the first kill. So we were.
He got that kill.
Got myself confused there for a second. So wound up getting the kill. Killa does die. It's now a 3-on-3 Killa. 0-3. I mentioned, he was going to be the X factor for me in this game. So far, hasn't made an impact.
Wants to make a play. He's going to be looking to see if he can pick anybody. Oh, did he see him? I don't know if he did. He's going to go up top trying to get this one. No. Cleveland will shut him down, and now Rize in a 1 versus 3.
Where the bomb is down at.
Yeah.
Way in the back of the map.
They tried to make the play, and it just went so wrong for them. Now, Valor looking. Can he make at least a pick here to try to get it? Looks like they're going to push him. Picks off one. Does have glitch as well if he needs to get out of here. Not going to use it in that scenario, and that's probably wise. But it goes down anyway. Didn't really have. I mean, even if he used glitch there, he didn't have the time to make a play with it. He didn't have the bomb. It would have just been, oh, I'm safe, and great, we still lost the round.
What a nerve-wracking round for Cloud9 right there. You saw RJ pushing at middle street. He had the opportunity to clear open the middle of the map for his team. He got the best timing on the player right around the corner sitting on those pallets. We saw through the X-ray vision how he turned around. As he peeked, he dropped back and went, oh, wow, he's not looking at me. Went to challenge. That player turned at the perfect moment to take him down. Talk about a small timing mishap for Rize that might come back to bite him in this game. And here's that push to middle street. Simple will be watching over middle. You expect the bomb carrier to get in towards the A site. It does appear like that's exactly what's going to happen. And oh man, Accuracy knows he needs to stay alive. He cannot afford to be first blooded.
Grenade cooking it, looking to throw that one out the window. Is he going to get him? No, Flak will save him. Accuracy will get in. He's going to get in there as well. Can he make this fun? Well, he does!
Wow.
Takes down RJ, and that's huge. That will give him an entry there as well. Takes down the trophy system. Now, teammates coming in to back him up here. They have made at least an entry onto the site. It's going to be Joy, and he gets one. Can he get the second one as well? Looking for this one. Not quite able to get it. And that would have been huge if he managed to, but brings it back, and Khalifa goes down as well. And now it's a 2 versus 3. C9 losing the advantage. He's going around the corner, doesn't get that one, bringing it back to a 2 versus 2. Accuracy now looking. What can he do here? He's got Killer as backup.
Oh, what is this? Oh my God. Okay, they wound up getting out of that position. Accuracy charges on out. He gets taken down.
A little bit of a pinch coming in, but Killer managed to make that first kill. 1 versus 2.
This is an opportunity that I was talking about earlier. He needs to clutch up here first team.
Oh, never mind.
God.
Rogue held on to the grenade.
Nice pass there.
Catch this. Well, there we go. It will now be 3-1 to Rize against Cloud9.
Wow.
And Killer's just not having any luck this time around.
Blackjacket's pretty good.
Yeah.
For the situations like that. Look at this. Perfectly done.
I love the fact he kind of knew where he was going to be. Obviously, Killer didn't rush back. He pre-aimed. And he couldn't have landed it more on him if he tried.
Yeah, I mean, even in that situation, right? If Rogue throws that, what's the downside of that? He either gets some information if Killer's still in that hallway, or he can rotate back to back alley.
The only downside there is if Killer had come back to challenge. Now, Killer didn't do because of how heavily tagged up he was.
Yeah.
But if Killer had rushed in there and he was caught cooking, he probably would have died.
I hate dying when I get caught cooking, but now they begin to push back up towards this B side. It worked out well for Rize earlier on in the game. They've got Glitch as well, but you could see how the play is developing on the map. One person trying to push up middle street. Has he been spotted as of yet? I don't believe so.
Jay's going to hit this flank.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
never mind. Doesn't manage to get it.
He's done. So 3v4. They do have the bomb. Still a winnable scenario for Rize. It really comes down to, do they feel comfortable still pushing this same site? Valor gets tagged up.
The flak jacket saved in there.
And you could see how
he also has glitch. I mean, he hasn't used it in any of these scenarios to kind of stay alive. Now, one going across. Does he manage to get this one? No, he's going to be traded as well. Sinful coming in as well as Killer. And they double team in there. But it's going to be Rogue gets 2. Brings it back. Cloud9 still have the advantage. Can he get the third one? He does. Rogue manages to get 3. Oh, this will be huge. It's only Khalifa that can stop him. He's got his active camo. Can he do anything here? He's also picked up some streaks.
Rogue is just going to wind up switching things over. Khalifa, not sure of his exact location at the moment. You can see kind of what he's looking to do near that site. The bomb will be planted, and now you got a question: does he look to ping?
Goodness!
Does he look to ping this score streak at the moment? You can see he hesitated for a second there, wondering if he's talking to his teammates.
He is pinging.
There it comes on, and he knows exactly where he's at, and this.
Oh, he's dropped it
as well. So he's doing all he can to kind of buy himself time.
This is going to sit on the bomb, isn't it?
Oh my God, he can make this 1v4 happen. Everything looking like this is going in his favor.
This is going to be a 1 versus 4. Rogue just has to deflect Khalifa now. RCXD is going to be there. 19 seconds left to go. Has to time this one correctly. Now, how is it going to go down? Jumping on board. It's going to be almost done. Is this actually going to happen?
He gets it!
Oh, he got it!
Khalifa gets the defuse!
Oh, the ninja defuse! Denying Rogue at the last second.
We might have just seen one of the most game-changing events right there in that round throughout this entire tournament. Because right there, the Lightning and the HC were used. He clutches it up, and the camo was burned as well. Talk about a frustrating way to not clutch up a 1v4, and now that's got to be the momentum swing that has to carry C9 back into this game. This could be a perfect beat from Accuracy. He sees one on the site.
He sees one. Unfortunately, that active coming in. But Sinful tries to come in and get it as well, and Sinful will actually double team there, and oh my goodness, Cloud9 have caught fire. It seems like they have managed to get back from this, what was almost a 1 versus 4, which could have broken their back. Cloud9 get the ninja defuse, and now take the advantage in the next round. They could tie this up right here.
They've got a perfect setup for this one. Did Rogue spot the player?
No, you got to remember, he also used 2 of his streaks and his specialist there, Rogue, to try and pull that one off.
That was a lot of resources.
Gets one, though.
That one is the trade going to come from hallway. It does appear that there's a player.
Gets a second one.
Gets a second, 9 and 2 on an 8 streak now. He's about to double up on his HC, and what was a 4v2 is now a 2v2.
Teammates in there as well.
To the rounds that Cloud9 cannot afford to throw away.
Valor's pushing out towards 10. Trying to get a little bit here. Picks off 1. It's going to go down. Khalifa and Sinful will manage to take that one. Cloud9 tie it up here. 3-3. Rize had so many opportunities.
I think I just sort of sigh of relief from almost the entirety of the crowd here. Obviously, Killa, big fan favorite, as well as the rest of the boys on C9. Nicely done by Khalifa to get the trade as well. You know, his one goal there, watch the back of tin, go help his teammate if he needs it. 3-3. Cloud9 still in this game, and that round reminded me so much of what was giving Cloud9 so much success in Game 1, which was their confidence and their willingness to get into gunfights and force the action. There it pays off. Let's see if they continue with that same momentum as we head into round 7.
Rogue throwing that nade over. Does have a dart here. Oh my goodness! God. Drops that one like a hammer on the head of Sinful.
Learn your nade spots, kids. They're pretty good. Rogue, his second grenade kill of this game, absolutely going off at the moment, 10-3. The real reason why Rize is even tied up in this one as they begin to push up towards this ace.
RJ.
You can see the setup that they wound up going with.
Might end up seeing Killa push through hardware here. I'm not sure he saw him at the corner of his eye.
Oh my God, this timing.
It's actually going to be Killa's going to go down. Surely, no, Killa managed to make that one. But now it's a 3 versus 3.
Look at the hesitation right now from Rize.
It is. They actually have control, but they're refusing. They want another pick.
And it's because of that gun engagement win by Killa there inside of Dubs. And now he's got this power position on this. I mean,
he has overdrive, but there's no way he's going to use it in this scenario. Now, trying to get it almost close. Just pre-fires. They almost going to think Killa just runs out of bullets at the wrong time. Rize now have the advantage. But accuracy will look to even that one up here. We'll do it as well. Now a 2 versus 2. Time is running out. Rize have waited too long, surely.
They know they've got to get this bomb planted. Accuracy in such a tough spot right now. Will they wind up spotting exactly where he is? He goes to push up. He gets a kill on the site. Now only 10 seconds remaining. He's got to wind up getting away from this one. He's got to force the play, but it's going to come for this one. Surely accuracy gets it for Cloud9.
My goodness.
And he kills Rogue, the player who's been the hottest in this lobby again. 3 straight rounds now for Cloud9 as they've continued.
Look at this. Comes down to a gunfight in the dying seconds.
And what you got to love about that one is accuracy, having the game smarts and knowledge to say there is a very real chance he's pushing me from this angle. Obviously, he just wants to get away, stay alive. Instead, though, he's ready for it. He pre-aims a corner, and it pays off. He could have been flanked from Broken, but he knew there wouldn't be enough time to wind up hopping there and getting the bomb planted. Now it's a C9 on offense. This could be the dagger in the game right now, Bryce, see if they can convert this round
that's
win.
Killer's used his rush. He's gone for the overdrive. He managed to pick up one with it as well. Looks for the second one. He can't get the second kill. Bringing this one back. It was 3-1. It's now 4-3, and they have the advantage. It's now a 1 versus 4. Rize have managed to throw this one away, but it's not done yet. He gets the first kill, brings it back to a 1 versus 3. He has kinetic. I doubt he's going to use it here. It's probably not going to be most efficient.
Okay, well, actually, he might have just gotten blessed there with pretty good.
I think he's been seen.
Okay, there you go.
He's in so much trouble.
And now watch how C9 adjusts this one.
Oh, here comes a swarm of people.
Soaring in the air, trying to take him down.
Oh, down he goes. 5-3. Cloud9 have brought this one back, and it was a play by Killa that opened them up for that round.
Yeah, I mean, nicely done by Khalifa to watch his back. He was the one commanding from top barn that whole time. Really just had a vision of Enjoy at all moments. And now Rize, who looked so strong at the start of this game, going up 2-0. Enjoy getting full streaks.
Rize had this. They had it. They were so close. Rogue almost sunk Cloud9.
Sorry. And here's an example of glitch. He hasn't had an opportunity to use it yet. I mean, you saw Killa there with the overdrive, made the impact happen. That's an example of a game-changing play. Wins that offensive round single-handedly for his team.
Rize cannot afford to make a mistake, and so much so that they're actually still in base.
This is, I mean, their tournament life is at stake in this exact round, and they're kind of wondering, you know, how does C9 wind up playing this one?
Dart's out. Let's have a little look. Can he make anything there? We'll spot one player barn.
There's a dart and an HC out right now. If the HC can spot Rogue with this dart in the air, he might just die with no trade in because there's no one ready there to destroy it, it doesn't appear.
Gonna see a player there. Just saw him. He's going to try and circle back around. Maybe sees one. Should be able to get that kill. He does. Takes down accuracy.
Now, the HC should still be on the map somewhere. I don't believe it's been destroyed.
There it is.
There it is. So he's trying to get as much information as possible. But
he'd love to avenge himself here, if possible. Probably going to run out a little bit of time. We're going to see Rize are making a move as well here. Now, this is information. He knows his teammates will actually be able to go back around and try to get this one. He didn't manage to get it here. But Rize will now push this bomb site. And it's going to be Sinful to defend. Sinful has got so many players going against him.
Double kinetic.
Not able to get it. And it's going to be just Killa in a 1 versus 4 with 20 seconds left to go.
I mean, he's got this. This is what Killa's made for, right? I mean, this is an easy round.
This is impossible for him to win.
Oh, God. That wallbang didn't work out in his favor there. Obviously, the submachine gun from that range starts to
Killa
have some
make dreams come true.
There's
got one.
Now
34 seconds left here. Looking for the second. That's not something he really wants to challenge, but he's running out of time and running out of options. Looking for that next one. Nope. Is going to run into the guns of Rogue. And like I said, Killer had no options and almost no chance for that one.
It was kind of...
But Rize, stay alive.
You could see how it was kind of a race to find the body of the other person commanding the different score streak. That time, the dart does take it. And even there, I think that's the best case scenario because not only does he get the kill, but he winds up getting out of the score streak as soon as possible, gets himself back on the map, gives himself a presence with that AR. 5 to 4.
Right.
Round 10 as we continue on through. Accuracy 10 and 6, leading his team 13 and 5 from Rogue. And then, oh, look at the confidence right here from Cloud9. They're going to soar on out. They're going to force the action yet again.
Now, Simple has managed to get a little bit of control here, but it's going to be Rogue that tries to shut it down, but he will back off. That information will now have gone on. You will see Rize stacking just a little bit, looking for that pick.
This nade. Oh, God, if this nade kills somebody. Oh, okay. Rogue's nade
is he going to peek?
Absolutely lethal.
He might be able to get a player hit. He is. That's been called out. Nade being cooked. Is he going to be able to make something of that nade? No. Nothing happened yet. Still, no kills have gone down, but they're all stacked around each other. RJ again, going for that peek.
I mean, at some point, there's got to be a decision made by C9 that
Rogue's
gives
trying
them
to shut it down.
Plant. They know where Rogue is. They know where there's a player.
So much is going on. I'm desperately trying to catch the action, but already 2 have gone down.
Sinful just almost won this game for his team in that one round right there.
Rize
Pushes up the top bar and gets 2 kills.
Oh
That's
my goodness, Cloud9 will win that one. It happened so quickly. Down they go. And Cloud9, bit of an anticlimax with so many peeking going on in that last second.
Yeah.
Wasn't able to find the kills. Everybody was just sitting on top of each other.
I mean, Sinful finishes the game 10 and 8. Brycey, we didn't get to catch it right there, but there was actually shots that came in from top barn, middle street, and back alley.
Yeah.
Sinful, his goal there, bait out his teammates and then push out, win his gun engagements. He did just that. Wound up pushing middle street, took the player off the white truck, jumped into top barn where that player just shot with the VMP, kills him with the secondary L car, and then from the rest, it all fell apart. As Khalifa and
Cloud9 took that risk, right? They went in to secure the bomb side. Yep. They got in there, but Rize stacked around them. Like I said, you saw so many bodies in such a small area, the mini-map.
Yep.
You couldn't even tell where one player started, another player began. And for me, I mean, Cloud9 must have been sweating bullets. It's like, we need a pick here. We need to open something up.
Well, what was funny, too, to point out was Cloud9 throughout that whole game, they played more passively near the B site. Yeah. That was their round where they said, we are going for it. They didn't even get it planted quick, which I thought was going to favor Rize. As Rogue made a really wise decision, right? He backed up, even though he was 13 and 5.
Well, he was trying to keep Cloud9 pinned in.
He backed up. You know, he said, I can't just, if I die here, we lose this round outright. Instead, backs up. In the end, it doesn't wind up working out. Cloud9 staying alive in the tournament, and shout-outs to Rize, man. After getting, no other word to describe it, just decimated in Game 1, to be able to not only win Game 2 by a scoreline of 4-2 in CTF, but then force up to a round 10 and search and destroy those guys.
Props to Rize. I mean, although they've now been eliminated, that was a superb show from those guys. Like I said, the hard point was horrifically one-sided. The capture of the flag, they outplayed Cloud9, and then, you know, Cloud9 just managed to come through here, but they almost did it. Could you imagine if Rogue had actually made that 1 versus 4, it would have been 4-1 in their favor. Cloud9 would have really been put on the back foot. But that didn't happen. It went 3-2, 3-3, 3-4, and then 3-5, and eventually it went 5-4, but Cloud9 managed to just take it out.